What are some of the best preventative mechanisms to, if people haven't got melasma, but they know that their mum does or it runs in the family, what are some of the best prevention tips that you have?
So sunscreen, ideally tinted sunscreen. Okay. If people take 1 point away from this, I will say that, the sun is responsible for 80% of our aging.
Wow.
So if you do nothing else, don't do anything, just put your sunscreen on, you're going to age 80% better than you would have.
And what kind of sunscreen? What's
so
the best
ideally,
option?
I like things that are mineral and I like tinted. So I think that tinted is nice because now we're all in front of computers and phones, and the tint protects our pigment cells from blue light, which can also cause melasma.
That was something that shocked me the most. Wait, I need you to say that again because I don't think people really understand what you're saying.
That blows everybody's mind when they come in because people will say, well, I don't know how I have melasma because I never go out in the sun. I'm sitting in this dark room in front of my computer for 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's why you have melasma. So the blue light from computer screens, from cell phones can damage your pigment cells, especially if you're prone to melasma.
And I feel like whenever I think about the sun, everyone's like, why do we make the sun seem like it's such a bad thing? But I feel like it's not really the sun. It's all the pollution that the sun comes through.
Yes.
That ends up affecting because it's not really the sun, is it?
Well, it's the intensity of the UV rays. I think now there is, we're always worried about how much heat there is on the planet and how much UV. But also, yes, there's much more pollution. We all carry much more stress. And so all of that is also free radical damage.
We were together yesterday and I was like, but my grandma never had to do any of this.
Yes.
Like all the treatments, all the products, and she looks so beautiful. She's 91.
So beautiful,
and she looks amazing. I was like, what's changed? Like, why do we now have to do so much to maintain ourselves? Do you think we do? Or do you think that a lot of this is just overcomplicated?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
Right? So I will say that, since let's say about 2020, every year has been hotter than the previous year. So in 2022, we were like, hey, this is the hottest year ever recorded in the history of the world.
Wow.
Until 2023 came along. And then 2024 came along. And now 2025 is projected to be the hottest year on record.
No way.
So I think part of it is, yes, there is a difference in our climate.
Yes.
But then I think it's also expectations. I think, we've never ever had so much visual access to our face, with selfies, and you can kind of zoom in and look at your wrinkles and look at your, asymmetry, whatever. Yeah. And so I do think expectations have changed.
It's so true. I feel like my grandma maybe looks herself in the morning to do her hair, and then she will not look at herself. She doesn't have a phone.
Yeah.
And she will not look at herself again until maybe when she's brushing her teeth at night. So
right.
she probably looks at herself once or twice in the day.
Yes. And if you're in a hurry, not even that.
Not even that. And so I think, you're so right. You end up seeing yourself so much more that you're picking at things that you wouldn't have normally if you're not looking at yourself in the mirror 30 times a day, 40 times a day. Usually more than that.
Sometimes more. Yeah. And I see it in my office where even girls who are 8 and 9 years old are coming in and asking for an anti-aging skincare routine.
What?
And I think it's just, when you go on social media and you're that young, gosh, you need to do nothing. I'm not even sure you need to wash your face.
Yes.
When you're 8 or 9, you're just gifted with beautiful skin.
Yes.
But I think that they are watching 20 and 30-year-olds and they get nervous.